Oh my god! A wild Pikachu with a Halloween costume has appeared. Alright, we're gonna capture this Pikachu. Let's go! Pokeball, whoop! Easiest throw of my life. Oh my god, he escaped! Actually escaped. Let's try that again. No miss. Can't I get a great throw or something? Come on. Easy capture. Easy right there. Alright, we got Pikachu. Very cool. Look at that. Look at that cute little guy. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Pikachu. Bzz. Hey, what is up guys? Guitarok here. Welcome back to another Brown Dust video. Alright, so today's the day. We're gonna talk about 4-star defenders. I know. There's 5-star supporters, which plenty of you guys have been waiting for. Alright, so that video is coming real soon. Stay tuned for that. Alright, so a message from the sponsor first. This video is sponsored by beautifulhello.com. It's a website that has thousands of beautifully designed clothing to choose from. Pepe Frog hoodie, anime girl hoodie, they have it all. And it also has free shipping worldwide, so you're gonna get your clothes no matter where you're from. Alright, make sure to insert the relevant codes to get some discounts off. Check it out, links will be in the description below. Alright, so 4-star defender jump quest list. Okay, so this is going to be an easy one, easy recommendation. Alright, basically if you've been following through all my guides for every single one, 5-star warriors, 5-star defenders, 4-star magicians, 4-star warriors, 4-star supporters, up till this point, right? My recommendation, they are all linked in like a single chart. So basically if you follow my recommendations, you will be able to cover every single area of the game. Alright, PvE, PvP, Guild Wars, Underground Arena, etc. So here's the thing, lots of mercenaries in this list, they are kind of obsolete now, and most of them are quite hard to recommend, and not because they are weak, it's just because that there are much better units or much better options available for you to pick in terms of the role that they can do. And when we talk about roles, alright, specifically roles in what they can do, there's one mercenary on all of this list that can do something that no one else can. I mean, maybe besides of one legendary. And who is that? Any of you want to guess? Any guesses? Yes, you are right. It's none other than Grace. Alright, so Grace at +9, I believe she is the only mercenary in the game which can nullify taunt. Alright, so nullify taunt is kind of cool and unique in a way. Obviously, if the taunter that tries to taunt you is not immune to attack interference whatsoever, you can use something like Gloria to do that. Alright, you can silence the taunter, go ahead and do that. But if there is debuff immunity present in the game, that particular taunter has that immunity, Grace will be able to nullify the taunt. Alright, so nullifying taunt is very important, and most of the time when you're scouting in Guild Wars, it will give you that advantage because you never know if the taunter will go first or if it's the enemy's warriors go first. Alright, so you always want to keep that in mind. So the only other mercenary that can do what Grace does is perhaps the Mammonair, but you need her to be +6 so she can sort of buff prohibit the enemy, nullify whatever taunt that they have. So it's kind of a no-brainer. You can't really compare two of them. One is a 4-star, one is like a complete legendary, and you need her to be +6 and above. So Grace only gets the taunt nullify at +9. So which is the problem if you really want to utilize her taunt nullify ability, which can be useful in PvE as well. Evil Castle, things like that. I used to run Grace in my underground team as well. And then of course right now I have plenty of strong warriors which can one-shot most of the taunters out there. But if you lack the basically offensive power, Grace can help you because you're going to hit your objective, which is the warriors, if they are on the same particular row. You won't get taunted away, if you know what I mean. So a lot of time Grace can be really useful in those scenarios. Like Grace is it's a unit that she's not really versatile. She's probably the least versatile defender on this list, which is kind of a bummer, right? But she's so good at what she does, it's quite hard for me not to recommend. Alright, so it's like getting her to +9, sure, you can do it on your own to get a taunt nullify, but if you do not have anyone else that you want on this list, I would say go for Grace. Like, there's no reason for you not to. Alright, the only other defender that I would say which is on par on my recommendations on this list would be Britain. Alright, so Britain, 3 tile range, insane, gonna help you a lot in Guild Wars, PvE, Evil Castle. He's just like, if you don't have something like a Dwen or Barbara, Britain is gonna help you a lot. And in those tight stages, even in Novice Arena, Britain is still one of the best damage dealer out there. Yes, I know Britain is a defender, but you don't really use him to tank. You use him offensively most of the time. He's there to one-shot lots of stuff, and if he doesn't, he should be able to freeze them if they do not have any attack interference immunity or debuff immunity. So definitely Grace or Britain, those two will be a solid choice. It depends on where you want to focus on. So Grace is going to shine more in Guild Wars and Underground Arena. So those two areas, she's going to help you a ton more. Alright, so Britain, you're going to see him shine in Novice, PvE for sure, because of the awesome tile range. And if you lack, like, if you're going to pick Dalvi as your warrior, you don't have that AoE sort of damage dealer, Britain is a pretty solid pick. Do keep in mind he will need a decent shield rune, not the best, but you can get by with a decent one. You don't need like the best ones out there, but of course at +10 he's gonna deal insane amount of damage. Okay, so Archer is not something that I would recommend, like not right now. Like a couple of months ago, he's pretty strong. He's really strong. The John and Archer combo is like dominating the Novice Arena scene for a while. So that's all before Cry. Alright, so Cry just like, I mean, he or she, Cry and Samai, both of them, they just shakes up the meta entirely, right? So things that were good before, like Archer and John combo, not good anymore. Like, because of the pillage buff from Cry, like that's just gonna get instantly removed. So if you want to use Archer like offensively or defensively, alright, so you have to think that there's like sort of a replacement out there, which is Sloan. Sloan can do whatever that Archer can in a much cheaper fashion. Alright, so poison damage, Archer's burn damage, it depends on what you're going for. The only thing that Archer has, which is which Sloan does not have, is the incoming damage boost. So Archer can be used for the Oak Dot strat, and that's the only thing. And I don't see any reason for you to rush that. You can slowly build upon him. I wouldn't recommend picking a +9 Archer, rushing through that. It's not going to like help you secure the high score straight away. You need like a bunch of mercenaries along the way. So slowly build him. Do not pick him on this list at all. Alright, so next, Denarisa. Denarisa, pretty solid option as well, but she's just outclassed by a much better mercenary on this list, which is right beside her, which is a Raina. Alright, so Raina is like a much better than Arisa. Alright, so maybe not much better. I mean, better can be subjective, but if you're talking about maximum value at max level, cap +15, Raina versus a +10 than Arisa, obviously a Raina is going to be much better than Arisa. Is still being used often because of the incoming damage boost, can be used in Arcstar. Healing prohibition is pretty good, pretty solid. Now, why is Raina better? Raina has debuff immunity. Denarisa has buff plus debuff immunity. So meaning Denarisa cannot receive buffs where Raina can. So that is going to make a lot of difference, like huge difference, biggest difference in the world. Because when you can have buff on you, you can practically do more things. Alright, so you can receive John's taunt, you can receive more healing, you can receive more damage. And offensively, Raina is going to be much more better because she has the ability to deal high output damage with one of her skills. So what is the problem of Raina then? Why am I not recommending her as like the top pick? Why is Britain and Grace the top recommendation, right? So here's the thing. Any of you want to guess what's Raina's biggest problem? Any of you want to take a guess? Yes, Oscars got it. Yes. Very smart, Oscars, my best student. He got it, he understands. Alright, the problem with Raina you need companions. Yes, that's gonna be a problem for most players. And if you've been playing the game for a while, you know, companions is a struggle to obtain. It's always a struggle. Alright, especially the RNG involved, wasting the premium scrolls, wasting the diamonds away, it's always a struggle. Alright, so you want to get Raina to be strong, you sort of need her to be, let's see, I would say plus 13 is a good stopping point because you get bonus incoming damage reduction, 35%, that's a lot. Alright, that is a lot. And of course, at plus 15, you're gonna have a much better barrier. Before that, you're getting her at plus 9. I would say plus 9 is it's a decent one, but she won't have like the offensive power or the defensive capabilities to basically make her shine. Alright, so the biggest problem with Raina, investment, number 1. Number 2, Cry exists. Cry is her biggest like enemy, one-shots her every single time. Alright, so in Novice Arena, Raina used to be so strong, like holy. Again, she's one of those that's like super freaking strong when she first came out, and then Cry comes along and poof, she's just not used that often anymore. I've never seen a scenario where my Cry failed to one-shot a Raina plus 15. Alright, it's just the fact. Okay, so with maybe there's a couple of times if my Cry got silenced, but that's about it, right? So most of the time, Cry one-shots Raina consistently enough for her to not be a good investment. Alright, if you're investing for her in the other areas, PvE, sure, she's pretty decent there, but then again in PvE I will argue that most of the time Britain's usage are going to be much better than hers, and if you follow my recommendations, Cowley is going to be your pick, so you don't really need like a defender for 4-star right here. So definitely I would say Raina, a hard pass for sure. Definitely maybe third if you already have Grace and Britain. She could be like the third one. Alright, so the third priority. But right now, definitely still Britain or Grace. Wait, she's not going to be the third one. She's going to be the fourth one. I will tell you who's the third one. Alright, next we have Grosa. Grosa is not going to be used much except for the World Boss Transport, period. Alright, you'll never use Grosa anywhere else. Again, sure, he's usable in PvE, stuff like that. But Grosa, I believe, has the highest HP amongst all the 4-star defenders. Alright, so Grosa is like a 4-star version of Cowley. High HP, and that's about it. You want to use his HP to benefit in the World Boss Transport. Alright, other than that, you don't really use Grosa anywhere else. Sure, he can be used in PvE and things like that, but that's not where he shines. Alright, he shines in the World Boss Transport because of the high HP, and you don't need a plus 9 for that. Alright, at plus 0, good runes, that's all you're gonna need, and awakening stones and stuff. If you get him there, he will shine there. Other than that, no, definitely not gonna recommend picking a plus 9 Grosa. If you want to max him, slowly build him. Next, Martina, again, the 3 Musketeers, just in the worst spot right now, just in the terrible spot. Martina, again, she's more of a World Boss hero. If you're using her for the healing, she gets high agi, reduces incoming damage. You're never ever going to use her in the Novice because the problem is, alright, so all the skills that she has relies on her attacking first, so which makes it very bad. She has a very bad kit combination, so she's not going to see much use on Novice because there are just much better options available. The only reason why you want to go for her is either for collection or for the World Boss as well. Alright, so depending on which one you're trying to tackle, she's going to be better in Zaratan, whereas Grosa is going to be slightly better in Tyrion. So, you know, still a World Boss specific unit, not much usage outside from that. And let me skill up my Martina. Let's go, auto select, zoop. Alright, so next up we have BDMN-0524. Now this guy, he really needs a companion right now. Alright, so BDMN, he used to be like really strong. And why is BDMN really strong? Because he, most of the time, is used to counter Lucius. Alright, so pretty decent range as well. Debuff immunity, you know, bleeding damage, etc. I would say BDMN is like very niche. You don't really use him outside of a couple of Evil Castle stages. There's one Evil Castle stage where there's those enemies with Death Guard. Yes, you want to use him there. That's about it. I don't think you need a +9 for that. I've never seen a scenario where you really strongly need a +9 or a +10 BDMN 0524. So definitely a hard pass. Do not go for this guy at all. Alright, so the second last one we have Iris. Now Iris is going to be my third recommendation because she's getting a +15. I think she already gets it in Korea. So definitely, if you want to be future-proof, Iris +15 is gonna be a thing. Now for most players, yes, it's gonna be a while more for you to get her ETC and things like that. But right now, Iris, I would say she's pretty usable. I think she's gonna get one shot by Cry anyways. The problem with her is later when she comes, you will need the companions. That's the only thing. A lot of time, pulling for companions is gonna be the real struggle because most of the time, we don't really plan for 4 stars. In terms of companions, most of the time we want to arrange according to 5 stars. And if she comes along in that same particular banner with the 5 stars that you want, then cool, it's gonna be a worthwhile pick, which is, you know, at that time when she's released, Christina will have the companion, Glacia will have the companion. I do think that it's a pretty solid option because of that, because of the timing of her appearing soon. Alright, so other than that, she's pretty good in some of the stages of PvE. Evil Castle, very good as well. But again, her reflective charm is no longer unique to her alone because Dalvi already has it as well. So yeah, she used to be more unique. But right now, I think Helena, Dalvi is just, we have plenty of other options in terms of charm counter. And the last one, Frederika. Alright, the problem with Frederika. So Frederika is a pretty good, she used to be a very strong unit. Is she still a strong unit? No, I don't think she's a strong unit anymore. She has this nullifier. This is really cool actually if you're trying to counter a specific strategy. It's very niche. It's something that you're not going to use her often. I don't recommend using her in Novice because of how strong and dominant the other meta units are. But she's gonna be very niche. If you are looking like a specific nullifier, 4-star, you know, budget version, Frederika is pretty good. Do you need her to be +9? No. The only thing that you get at +9 is hey range. Alright, you get the bonus range and that's about it. And of course, at +10 you get the buff prohibition, which is pretty good as well, 8 turns. And this skill, it depends on enemy's current HP. I would prefer this to be based off max HP. But yeah, enemy's current HP, I guess that's pretty good as well. She's gonna be a decent initiator. Other than that, no reason to go for her, right? Because if you're looking for a good damage dealer, I would say Britain is going to be way stronger, more consistent, much more range, tankier. It's just more versatile in a lot of other areas. Okay, so to sum it up, Grace and Britain, I would say those are the top picks. It's either going to be one of those two. It depends on which area you're trying to cover, right? Just remember that Grace can do something that no one else in the game does. Alright, and that is going to come useful depending on how spread out are you in playing the game. If you are a serious player and you tackle every single contents of the game, sure, go for Grace. Especially in Guild Wars and Underground Arena. Because these two areas, I noticed not many players like play them, right? Some players, they just play PvP and PvE in terms of the campaign and stuff. Some players don't even play Novice. So it's gonna depend on you, like which area you're trying to cover. So Britain will probably be the obvious choice if you're a casual player. You're not going to cover every single area of the game, or Brown Dust is like your secondary game. So Britain is definitely the one to go for. And the third one, I would go Iris for sure, and Raina shortly after as the fourth priority. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like. I will see you guys in the next one. And yeah, the next video is gonna be about the 5-star supporters.